All right, despite no official word on final results from last night's Iowa caucuses, the Democratic candidates are moving on to New Hampshire. 1 week from today, New Hampshire becomes the second state to pick a Democratic favorite. A CBS News poll in the Granite State shows Senator Bernie Sanders with a narrow lead over former Vice President Joe Biden. For more on the state of the Democratic primary, let's bring in Boston Globe political reporter Jazmine Ulloa. Good to see you, Jazmine.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
So let me ask you about the chaos in Iowa and the impact that it could potentially have on the race in New Hampshire.
Sure. Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of confusion out here. There was a lot of confusion. This is a year that the Iowa caucuses have been under very heavy criticism for being too white, too rural, too chaotic and confusing. I think that will open what happened last night opens up the state to more of that type of criticism. And we're already seeing the candidates kind of trying to take control of the narrative. We saw Mayor Pete Buttigieg last night say he was going on victorious to New Hampshire. Joe Biden saying that he's in for the long haul, and then this morning his campaign questioning the integrity of the results, which strategists say he didn't like the results, and we'll see what happens in New Hampshire.
Right. So what are you hearing? I mean, we pointed out that Senator Sanders and Vice President Biden are neck and neck in the polls. How are the other candidates faring in this particular primary?
I mean, it's like I said, we don't have any results, so it's very, very hard to say. But last night the Biden event was very low key, very muted. People were very disappointed, concerned. It didn't look like he was doing so hot last night. Of course, some people were hopeful. Elizabeth Warren and Mayor Pete came up a lot in those conversations, but the sense that I was getting was that in a lot of precincts, Elizabeth Warren also hadn't been very viable.
And what in terms of the on-the-ground operation, we know these campaigns invest heavily in these first two states. Which of the candidates has the best on-the-ground operation, as far as you can tell?
Well, from what I could tell, Bernie had a really good grassroots ground operation, probably the best out of the rest of the campaigns. They made a very huge effort to get out Latino voters, which I saw last night. I mean, that's one of the things that's being lost in all this coverage about the reporting problems that happened last night. Iowa also made history yesterday when they opened up precincts, bilingual precincts, to Latino voters. So that was something that was pretty remarkable to see, and a lot of that, the Sanders campaign was behind that, and you could see the energy. There was a very festive mood at these bilingual sites and mosques in Iowa last night.
Yeah, that is important to point out. As far as New Hampshire is concerned, what are the most important issues that the folks in that particular state want to have addressed from these candidates?
Of course, healthcare and the economy are huge. I think another big issue is the opioids crisis and healthcare. I think healthcare is going to be major.
All right, Jazmine Ulloa, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.